Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good pleasant afternoon. I be to all my beloved students. So you can see, inilah cikgu punya apa ni? Sorry, actually cikgu dalam ward ni masih belum keluar tu. Nama cikgu. Okay. So whatever it is, teacher can proceed juga discuss. So I will hoping you all just write down your names, okay, and also kehadiran, okay. So teacher stop dulu kamera so that Su is already here. Okay, so cikgu buat naik Su. Kalau Su tak nak, Assalamualaikum Su. Okay, sihat? Comel hari ni Su. You look so sweet today. Okay, so teacher will stop my camera and I will allow Su to present. Okay, but before we, you want cikgu nak join sekali ke? Okay, if Su feel that, okay, so okay Su, sihat? Okay lah cikgu ada rasa okay sikit lah, getting stronger lah Okay, kalau Su rasa your internet is not okay, if your internet is not stable, you can just off your camera lah But if it's okay, then you can proceed with turn on your camera. So before we proceed, let's listen. Okay lah, Alhamdulillah. Doa kamu semua doakan, teruskan doakan cikgu. Biasalah umur-umur bonus ni kan. Can you hear me or not? Boleh dengar cikgu tak? Can you listen to me? Can you hear me? Class, please drop in the meeting chat. Boleh dengar cikgu tak? Okay.
Madam,
okay,
saya tak dengar madam.
Tak dengar? Dengar tak? Dengar tak? Boleh dengar tak? Tak boleh dengar? Yang lain boleh dengar tak?
Tak dengar madam.
Oh, saya tak dengar. Kawan lain boleh dengar, Su tak dengar. Okay, I'll stop the camera. Okay. So, boleh dengar madam. Alisha dengar. Su ramai ke dalam tutorial tu? Tutorial tu ramai ke? You dengar. Okay. So I think we better start the class It's already 12:05. Let's recite doa dulu. Okay. Cikgu nak boleh ke baca doa? Okay, kita invite cikgu dalam studio lah Cikgu, you can listen to me? Okay,
Yes, madam.
Okay, so cikgu baca doa dulu boleh?
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah ta'ala inna hikmataka wa anshur alayna min khaza'in rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sallam. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay, wait Okay, thank you Cikgu Adam for the doa. Okay, cikgu silakan. Okay, I think everybody can hear me, right? Okay, so without any delay, we're going to start our class, and today we target to settle 2 subtopic, okay, which is Kelvin cycle and also photorespiration. Okay, Kelvin cycle is actually the continuity from after light dependent reaction, we continue to light independent reaction. Okay, even though the subtopic mentioned as a light independent reaction, but the process still occur during daytime. Okay, waktu siang when there is a presence of light. But this time we are looking at the process what we call as a Kelvin cycle. Okay, cik sudah hilang lah. So allow me to share my screen so that you can we can together access the slide that been prepared by Henry's group Okay, so it's already here. Okay, so okay, I think cikgu you can stay together with Sula So you can hear me or not, so? So dengar cikgu tak?
Ah,
Boleh? Okay. So kalau dah
ah,
okay,
cikgu.
Alisha email nak join. Okay, I'll share you the link. I will share the StreamYard link so that Alisha can. Alisha nak join. Wait Alisha. I hope your line is okay because StreamYard really require quite a strong data. Your internet, okay, class. So if you think that your line is okay, then it's up to you. It's not a force, okay? If you want to join, then I'll share you the link. Okay, so that's the link for the StreamYard in our group. So those Alisha email, if you want to join, okay, you're most welcome. Okay, so basically what we're going to do class today, so we're going to proceed with this another subtopic, okay, which is under the subtopic 6.4, okay, where basically it is very detailed, uh, focusing on another important process, metabolism, which involve what we call select independent reaction. And in this process, okay, as you can see here, the learning outcomes, okay, it achieved until CLO3. So this subtopic will, of course, the class definitely, this subtopic will cover for your PSPM 2, okay, especially for your structure and also your essay question. So please take note how this process involves. Okay, so in this process, we are going to learn and we are going to discuss about the metabolism process where it involves the carbon dioxide molecule, okay, the atom carbon here, the one atom carbon, how it can be fixed to become the more glucose. So this is what our intention today, right? And when mentioned about Kelvin, I think as what you have learned during your chapter 5 cellular respiration, where we learn about Krebs cycle. Am I right, class? Okay, so again today, okay, you introduce with another cycle, which discovered by this scientist known as Kelvin. Kelvin ni nama saintis kelas, okay, that discover this cycle, where you are going to learn another interesting process, okay. And for this purpose, I would like to pass this to Sue. Are you ready, Sue? Kalau sudah ready, cikgu buka you punya ni lah. Okay, it's okay. For those who want to join the StreamYard, teacher already share the link in our group. Okay, so if your internet is okay, you're stable, then you go ahead. Kalau tak stable, tak payah kelas Okay, dia akan lagging nanti. Okay, so are you ready? Sudah ready ke? So you can hear me or not, sir?
Miss, you hear me?
Yes, definitely. I can hear you clear, loud and clear. Okay, dia nampak so this is your slide. Cikgu dah share dah. Okay, so the floor is yours. The leptospira interrogans. Okay, silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum to Madam Nofisa and all my fellow classmates. So I will present about the Kelvin cycle, which is like independent reaction. Alright. Kelvin cycle is one of the two processes of photosynthesis, which is a light independent reaction, and it's used ATP and ADPH. It's also known as C3. Why C3? Because it is the first product that formed after CO2 entered the cycle. It is a molecule with 3 carbon molecules, so it's known as 3-phosphoglycerate. That's why it's called C3, because 3 carbon. So for
Okay,
the
good.
general overview, I explained just now why we call it as C3. So we can proceed to next slide.
This one okay. This slide okay already.
I have explained like madam.
Okay, alright. So C3, emphasize again, Sue. Why we call this Calvin cycle also known as a C3 pathway? It's a C3 pathway. Why?
Because it is the first product that form after carbon dioxide enter the cycle. It has three molecule of carbon. That's why we call it
Yeah.
as 3C. C3. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Take note class. Three carbon atom, which is the chemical molecule is 3-phosphoglycerate. Okay. 3-phosphoglycerate. Teacher repeat again. 3-phosphoglycerate, or the short form after you have write the full sentence. The full words. Then you can after later on when you write in the essay form. Okay. First, from the beginning you can write first the 3-phosphoglycerate, and after that if you want to use in okay, you kurungkan inside is PGA, and after that you can use these terms, right? Okay, make sure you minimize the mistake. Okay, so proceed. Okay, what about
Alright.
this cycle?
Kelvin cycle have three phases, which is the phase 1, carbon fixation, phase 2 is reduction, and phase 3 is regeneration of the carbon dioxide acceptor. So I
Okay,
will
very
explain
good.
for the first phase, which is carbon fixation. Alright.
Okay, so
So
kejap,
each carbon
laju je
dioxide.
sabar tu. Laju je
Sorry,
tu,
sorry.
cepat habis slow. Okay, again.
So
Let's allow your friends to absorb. Okay, okay. Again, repeat. What are the three phases that involve? Again, phase one. First phase is
phase 1 is carbon fixation.
carbon fixation. Okay,
Phase 2
let's
is
allow your.
reduction.
Okay, Su, sabar. Okay, Su. Bagi otak kawan kamu absorb jap. Okay, first phase everyone carbon fixation. Okay, again Su, repeat carbon
Phase,
fixation.
phase 1 is carbon.
Yeah. Carbon fixation. Why?
Right.
Because yes, the raw source is the gases, the carbon dioxide gas. So we are going to apa ni? In this process, in the first phase, you are going to see how these carbons was fixed. Okay, in kan tadi dah cakap like what Stu mentioned just now, from the one carbon atom it become three carbon atom, right? Okay. First phase is carbon fixation. Okay, second phase.
Second phase is reduction.
Okay, carbon reduction. Jangan lupa kalau boleh mention about carbon reduction. Okay,
Okay, madam.
kalau cikgu tanya Su, reduction, teacher tulis like this GER. What it makes sense for you? Girl, reduction means in this process it will
Gaining electron.
it will yes, it will gaining the electron. So where does this electron come from, Su? Mana datang elektron ni? Tiba-tiba muncul je, ada elektron, ada macam tu. So where does this electron come from? From the okay, we learned before this, right? From the light dependent reaction. Am I right? The non-cyclic photophosphorylation and also the cyclic photophosphorylation. So that is the two process where we agree this that from that process, okay, the electron that gain will apa ni in this second phase, okay, under the process of carbon reduction. Ingat reduction means gaining electron. Okay, so and the last phase, the third phase is
The phase is regeneration of the carbon dioxide acceptor, RUBP.
okay, RUBP, the short form, but actually teacher would like you to bear in mind the full name of this RUBP, because during PSPM, okay, they are very detailed about these terms. Okay, all right. So you may proceed to first phase. Okay, what is all about carbon fixation? You want to go to the next slide or what?
No, madam. Just stay.
Okay, stay here. All right. Okay, good. Proceed.
Alright. So we can look at the diagram. So firstly, carbon dioxide molecule is attached to 5 carbon sugar to form ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate, which is RBP, and it will catalyze by ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. So, the 6 carbon intermediate splits in half to form 2 molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate, PGA per CO2. We know that 3-phosphoglycerate is 3C, right? Ada 3 carbon. So, bila the 6 carbon tu splits, dia akan bahagi 2 into half. So, it means ada 2 molecule of 3-phosphoglycerate.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first phase, how to fix the carbon molecule, how to fix the gases, how you going to fix the carbon molecule from the gas? It will it will can.
Attach carbon sugar.
Yeah, in it the
It will
what
attach
what
to
what
carbon
what
sugar.
is this? The molecule with the 5 carbon, am I right? Okay, so this is the five
Yes, madam.
carbon plus 1 carbon. Okay, just now Sue did mention about the intermediate 6 carbon, am I right? Okay, kalau
Yes,
dalam
madam.
exam, kalau dalam exam point itu, if let's say kamu tertinggal, it's okay lah Okay, tapi just now because Sue is already mentioned about the point, so it's okay, right? And then, but the most important thing nanti you kena ingat ni, okay, the product of the carbon fixation is the 3-phosphoglycerate. Okay, cikgu nak tanya Sue sekejap. And your groups lah as well because you are presenting for your groups. Okay, why there is a number 3 here? So depan ni ada 3 and then ada 6 ni. So alert tak benda tu? Perasan tak benda?
Sebab carbon dia ke, madam?
Okay, tak apa, nanti kita summary Okay, let's see the next step. Do you still want to use this slide atau you go to the next slide? So this is
Proceed.
your summary, right?
Yes.
This is your first phase. Yes.
We can proceed to second phase.
Okay. Kejap Su. What from this carbon fixation? What is the term that you need to emphasize? Perasan tak apa perkara penting yang kamu kena fokus? I mean, you have to give attention to it. Yang ni, apa dia ni? Nama scientific, nama chemical molecule ni. Okay, repeat again so. The name of the chemical, ribulose.
Ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate.
Okay, atau short form dia is RUBP.
RUBP.
Okay, so yeah, this is the molecule with 5 carbon where it will fix the 1 carbon of gases. So dalam hal ini, Su cakap each setiap satu gas molecule carbon dioxide will be fixed by satu ribulose. Okay, 5 carbon sugar ni satu ribulose -1,5 bisphosphate, okay, and it will become, and remember whatever it is, as you all understand under the concept of biocatalysis, you have learned, right? Okay, in order to speed up the reaction, this chemical reaction required the enzyme. Okay, so in this case, the enzyme that catalyze this carbon dioxide fixation is known as, okay, teacher nak yang sebut ribulose dash 1, suara tak ni?
Ada
Okay,
ribulose
dash
1
1,
carboxylase oxygenase.
okay, bear in mind kelas carboxylase oxygenase. Ni nama dia panjang Okay, nama enzim ni panjang. Ni enzim. Right? Dalam exam you have to really memorize this and need this. Tak ada mistake no apa ni? Tak ada ejaan no mistake in term of spelling, okay? Ribulose 1 dash 1,5 dash bisphosphate carboxylase dash oxygenase. Okay, so this is the enzyme that catalyzes the fixation of molecule gas carbon dioxide and to apa tu to form this RUBP. Okay, so far so good. So I'm happy with you. Okay, so last the product under carbon
Thank you, ma'am.
fixation is the 3 carbon phosphoglycerate. Okay, now we go to the second phase. Uh, Handy kena belanja Su ni kan. Su willing to present for your apa ni for your so teacher would like to tambah sini kelas ni carbon reduction. Okay, carbon reduction for the next phase. Okay, so what is all about this phase? Okay.
Okay. For the carbon reduction, I will give example. If our goal was to produce one G3P net, we know G3P net means like we have 3 carbon. So we would start with 3 carbon and 3 RBP. Why we said that 15C? Because in one G3P we have 3 carbon, 3 carbon, right? So if we have
Macam mana Su? Semula Su. Semula.
I will if our goal was to produce one G3P net, we would start with 3 carbon dioxide, which is 3C, and 3 RBP, 15C.
Okay,
Okay. After
one.
fixation and
Okay. Continue. Tak apa.
one after fixation and reduction, we would have 6 molecule G3P. How can we get 18C? So, because one G3P we have 3 carbon, so 6 molecule of G3P, 6 darab 3, 18 carbon.
Hmm. Net gain. So you are referring to production of glucose, am I right?
Yes,
One
madam.
of these 6G3P. Okay, never mind. Memang sometimes the class when you look in the sentence, you mesti macam pening macam confused. Cikgu macam mana? Okay, tak apa, slowly. Actually there are another ways of you write it. Okay, but for the time being, teacher nak you focus on the metabolism process dulu. Yang ni about these 15 days, how many carbon dioxide is involved during one step tu nanti kita akan summary recap after we have done that. Okay, so let's see what happened to this phase dulu. So apa berlaku during this phase?
Okay. I will explain the phase by the diagram. So, as we can see, the first phase, the first step dekat sebelah kanan. Kita pandang kat sebelah kanan tu. Okay. Each 3-phosphoglycerate iaitu G3P tadi akan menerima phosphate group daripada ATP. ATP tu kan tenaga. So, dia akan membentuk 1,3-bis-phosphoglycerate.
Okay, good.
Dan a pair of electron iaitu pasangan elektron daripada NADPH ni akan menyingkirkan setiap 1,3-bis-phosphoglycerate ni dan juga menyingkirkan bahan bukan organik iaitu daripada phosphate group tadi untuk menghasilkan glyceraldehyde triphosphate.
So okay, so where is actually the reduction process? Reduction process is conversion of this 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate receive the electron. So NADPH ni bawa elektron, am I right? Dapat pada mana?
Yes, madam.
Where does this how does NADPH gain this electron?
Daripada dependent reaction tadi.
Yeah, light dependent reaction. Okay, we mentioned which is non-cyclic and also cyclic phosphorylation. Okay, so all these electron will good. So siapa yang akan gain the electron? Who will gain the electron? Cikgu punya OneNote dia tiba-tiba terkeluar pula. Sekejap Asu Okay, Asu boleh jawab secara verbal lah. You can see my slide tak? Kosong
Not yet,
Suddenly
madam.
dia start sharing, right? Okay, I'll share again. Okay, wait. Cikgu duduk bawah Yelah, sekejap ya. I don't know why suddenly dia terkeluar ni. Wait Okay, ini slide Henry, ini slide group cikgu. Okay, so there you are. Carbon split session. Jadi nanti kita akan discuss later lah kan. So already 12:30. Okay. So repeated phase ni Erdina Okay, so siapa yang akan undergo reduction? So which molecule will undergo the reduction process? The one formula 3 bisphosphor
glycerate.
Yeah, okay. So the electron will an ADPH that get the electron from the light dependent reaction, okay, will pass this electron to the one bisphosphor glycerate. So this electron will be passed to here. Okay, so this is actually where the reduction process take place. Okay, so one bisphosphor glycerate will convert into become G3P. Okay, next. What is the last phase? What happened to the G3P?
The last phase is regeneration of the carbon dioxide acceptor ataupun RUBP regeneration. Madam, slide madam dah bergerak ke?
Okay, kejap. So, kejap. Sebelum tu, teacher nak tanya Su dulu. On behalf your groups, okay. What happened to this G3P? You have to mention that
G3
at least one sentence, okay, before we go to the third phase. This G3P, you can see, it will
rearrange.
Rearrange to the third phase. I'm talking about this product of, dia akan hasilkan 6, right? Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay, so out of these 6, satu akan go to another pathway. Okay, it's a output as a sugar. So depends on the plants lah. Plants nak buat apa. Nak hasilkan lipid ke, okay, nak hasilkan glucose ke, okay, depends on the requirement of the plants itself lah Okay, so that is what teacher want to mention in your sentence, because you have to because this Kelvin cycle is actually showing you, okay, the process, metabolism process where it produce the sugar output for the plants. Okay, and then barulah kamu continue after you have mentioned this. Barulah kamu continue what happened to the rest of the 5GAP. Okay. I think everybody yang lain semua boleh dapat If you have any question you want to ask Su ataupun you want to discuss about it, you just can drop in meeting chat class. Okay. Barik ada tak ni? Please drop. Barik ada. Okay, Balong. Okay, Balong. Okay, so teruskan for your last part.
The last
for your last part.
Regeneration of the carbon dioxide acceptor ataupun RUBP regeneration. For the next
okay.
Madam boleh dengan saya?
Okay.
For the net synthesis of
Boleh,
one G3P molecule, which is 3 carbon, the Kelvin recycle akan consume 9 ATP dengan 6 NADPH. Kenapa kita kata ada 6 NADPH? Because sebab satu carbon dioxide akan memerlukan 3 ATP dan 2 NADPH. Jadi bila nak menghasilkan G3P molekul, kita perlukan 3 carbon dioxide. So ATP tu 3 kita akan darab dengan 3 carbon, so kita ada 9 ATP. Yang NADPH kita ada 2 NADPH. So kita akan darab dengan 3 dapat 6 NADPH untuk menghasilkan G3P molekul.
So that means you are referring to this. Okay, so please take note class. This is a very important point. 3 ATP, satu carbon dioxide, okay, one carbon dioxide, one molecule of carbon dioxide. Okay, it needs 3 ATP and as well as 2 NADPH. 2 NADPH. Right, so this is all light dependent reaction. Right, so from that reaction, that's why we need to add the cyclic because cyclic and cyclic will produce this in order to get. Okay, teruskan. So how this is the regeneration repeat? How to explain?
The GTP from the Calvin cycle is the starting material for metabolic pathway that synthesize other organic compounds including glucose and other carbohydrates. So kita tengok dekat sebelah tu, saya akan explainkan tentang ayat dia. Okay, kita tahu molekul of sugar ni kita panggil dia sebagai glucose juga. So formula of glucose adalah C6H12O6. So kiranya kita ada 6 carbon. So kalau dalam satu cycle tu kita perlukan 3 cycle. So that 3 darab 2 cycle kita akan dapat 6 carbon. Tapi kalau dalam satu cycle tu kita perlukan 6 carbon dioxide, means like kita hanya perlukan satu cycle je sebab dia dah memang ada 6 carbon untuk menghasilkan glukos.
Okay. I think your friend get it. Okay. It's already 12:35. Cikgu tak dengar lagi. So explain about the RUBP regeneration of carbon dioxide. Where is the point? I don't.
Tadi saya ada explain
actually. Oh, really? Okay. Maybe cikgu terlepas pandang. Okay, basically we're going to pass to cikgu sekejap lagi. So let's recap the class. Allow me to recap a bit about this Calvin cycle. Okay. So basically Calvin cycle is the metabolism class. Okay, but if we referring to the plants, we call it a C3 pathway plants. So please bear in mind that one. Okay, now teacher would like to share one way, how the question looks like in the exam. Okay, so this is how the essay question is asked. Okay, which it contribute 10 marks. Okay, so apa yang Su explain tadi kan, you have to put it in words. Okay, so let's say this is the question. Where you can get this question, you refer to our BAL. Okay, I'm referring to our BAL question just now, this one. So you can write actually 15 points. Okay, 15 points in order for you to get all the marks. Okay, so just recap and try go through balik what from what Sue present just now. Okay, we start with what class? Carbon dioxide. Okay, so this carbon dioxide gases needs to be fixed by the carbon dioxide acceptor, what we call as a RUBP. Okay, in this case, teacher would like you to write a full sentence. Okay, this RUBP, please write the full sentence. This one is more to the examiner class, so that's why it write down here it's a short form here. But actually, teacher would like you to write in the full sentence. What is the RUBP? Okay, and then yang this one pun berhati-hati kan. maybe sometimes maybe you discover Rubisco. Okay, Rubisco is actually another name of okay, when sebut a catalyst, kejap cikgu kecilkan my size of my pen size, okay. So actually this is an enzyme like teacher mentioned just now. Nama nanti panjang kan Okay, so please write a full sentence of this Rubisco. Full sentence of it. Okay, and then when carbon dioxide is fixed by this catalyzed by RBP with the one molecule of RBP just now. Okay, it will form the 3-phosphoglycerate. Okay, right. So in that is the first phase. Okay, then this number one, point 1, 2, 3 ni first phase. Okay, 4, 5, 6 ni, 4, 5, 6 ni, and 7. Okay, so this is the third phase. It's the second phase. Okay, the reduction, the carbon reduction in class. Okay, so this is actually the second phase. The second phase. Okay, start from point 7 until wait. Convert carbon dioxide to a sugar molecule. Okay, so from point 7, 8, 9 sampai point 10. Point 10 ini ialah our third phase. Okay, kelas Okay, the rest ini nanti kita akan masuk dalam C4 and CAM pathway. Okay, another types of plants, C4 and the CAM pathway. Ini nanti kita akan discuss kemudian lah. But actually, when you want to write down to explain, okay, how the Kelvin cycle that what Sue explained just now, how to convert carbon dioxide from the atmosphere into the sugar molecule. So these are the 10 points that need in your answers, class. You get me, okay? So okay tak, so? Sudah keluar ke? Sudah tadi tak?
Okay, madam.
Okay, so thank you
Boleh, madam?
so for your nak tanya ke? You want to ask anything? Ada apa nak tanya? So okay, so nak keluar dari studio, or you still want to stay in the studio? Now we invite cikgu to proceed. So if you want to leave, then it's okay. But you want to stay pun it's okay. Tak ada masalah kat cikgu. Okay, so
Madam.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, so. Thank you for presenting on behalf of your groups. A very good presentation. Okay, Tanya, keep it up. Okay. Alright. So now we are going to proceed with our next subtopic. Okay. Issue with class. There is an issue about this Kelvin cycle, especially that involve the C3. Okay. So let's hear from here. Cikgu dulu before we can discuss about it. Okay, silakan cikgu. Anak anda cikgu, are you there?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so boleh nampak kan slide kan?
Boleh?
Okay, so silakan teruskan.
Okay. Hello everyone and Assalamualaikum. Today, I, as a representative for our group, will present about photorespiration, which is a part of light-independent reaction.
Okay. Okay, cikgu, why suddenly photorespiration? Photorespiration. Ada light, but at the same time is also talking about respiration.
Photorespiration. This is because photo means it requires light and light energy or photons for it to occur, and respiration is because it consumes oxygen and releases CO2 instead.
Okay, respiration, as you all know, chapter 5. Masa belajar chapter 5, apa yang berlaku pada chapter 5? Chapter 5 respiration, apa dia cikgu sebut kembali semula?
Yes.
Respiration means respiration means okay, the glucose, the byproduct will be?
The byproduct will be carbon dioxide.
Yeah. Okay, the carbon dioxide and as well as water and also the ATP, am I right? Kan? Ini yang kita belajar dalam chapter 5 lah, right? Okay, apa isu sekarang? What is the issue under this light dependent reaction which actually involved during daytime. Apa isu dia?
The issue is that during daytime, sometimes it will be hot and dry, so the plants must close its stomata to conserve water. However, this causes problem for photosynthesis because the function of the stomata, it acts as a major route for gas exchange, which is CO2 comes in and oxygen comes out, but also it causes the evaporated loss of water through a process called transpiration.
Hmm. Okay. Right. Okay. So apa isu sekarang? What is the problem that faced by C3 plants about this
Uh,
photorespiration?
Dehydration.
We are talking about dehydration and as well as dehydration dengan juga apa?
Um, Photosynthesis.
Okay, apa yang berlaku kat sini? Balik kepada enzyme that catalyze the Kelvin cycle just now. What is the name of the enzyme? Apa nama enzyme tadi?
Rubisco.
Okay, anak anda cikgu, teacher would like to remind again, Robisco tu jangan guna, I mean, my previous experience
Oh,
when marking your paper, okay, teacher would like you to stick with the full name of the enzyme, which is this one. Sebutkan, ribulose,
ribulose
ribulose dash 1
1,5 biphosphate
bisphosphate
carboxylase oxygenase.
carboxylase oxygenase. Carboxylase oxygenase.
Oxygenase.
Okey. So inilah satu rahsia Tuhan Teacher nak you all bear in mind ni kelas Okey. Tadi masa Su explain nampak cantik je kan? This ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate carboxylate oxygenase ni how they catalyze the carbon dioxide. Am I right? Okay. So what is the issue ataupun during daytime? Apa masalah yang berlaku that relate to the C3 plants? Okay, actually this enzyme, okay, in the Kelvin cycle, dia kena apa tadi cikgu? This enzyme is actually catalyze the
Catalyst.
carbon dioxide. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Tapi at the same time, as you all know, respiration also take place as a living organism. Am I right? Okay. So, what happened? Okay, you all belajar biocatalysis class we mentioned about apa tu competition. Okay, so who will be compete this enzyme? Carbon dioxide kena compete dengan siapa?
Oxygen gas.
Yes, the oxygen gas. Okay, the oxygen gas also can act as a competitor to the carbon dioxide. Right, so you dah belajar sebelum ni Actually, dalam Kelvin cycle, the substrate is carbon dioxide. Am I right cikgu?
Yes.
Dalam Kelvin cycle, for this enzyme, the substrate is carbon dioxide. Am I right?
Yes, it's carbon dioxide, madam.
Yeah, tapi at the same time, okay, oxygen also can act as a
Substrate.
competitive.
Competitive
No,
inhibitor.
oxygen also can be competitive. Okay, dia tak jadi competitive lah, competitive. Okay, so how are we going to explain this diagram? So this is the enzyme, right? Enzyme ni kan?
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
So kalau carbon dioxide, kalau apa ni, cikgu tak nak guna Rubisco ni short form. I want you to use the apa ni, the full names of this enzyme. Ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. Okay. So if this enzyme fix the carbon dioxide, what will be the product? Produk yang terhasil ialah apa tadi? Produk yang terhasil ialah
three
dua
glycerol.
Yeah, this is
to
what
mention.
Sue mentioned just now. Am I right? Tapi kalaulah this ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase bind with oxygen, there is still metabolism process. But what is the product that produce? Apa yang kita kat sini?
It will produce two products, um which is three P glycolate and
Glycerate. Ah, glycerate
sorry madam,
and this one
I
lah.
reiterate, three phosphoglycerate and two
Ah,
phosphoglycerate.
okay. So inilah isu dia. So this is the issue, right? Betul tak? Okay,
Betul?
right. So apa masalah? Apa masalah C3 plant? Cikgu terus sebutkan. The issue is, the issue is, ni. You can see my slide or not? This is your
Yes, I
slide
can
lah
see
actually.
it, but yes,
Hmm. So what is the issue? Bila sebut water
uh,
respiration for the C3 plant?
it can drain away as much as 50% of the carbon fixed by the Kelvin cycle on a hot and dry day.
Yes, that's the issue. Okay, inilah kelemahan C3 pathway when regarding or when it related to the photo respiration. Okay, boleh kelas eh? Okay. So, cikgu ada apa-apa nak cakap lagi? So, di 12:50, kita tengok satu soalan
Mm,
dan kita stop lah.
I I think no, madam.
Hmm. Faham eh? Sudah left dah eh?
Yes.
Okay, kelas. Okay, is there any question you want to ask cikgu? Yang lain? Okay, kalau tak ada, cikgu perasan tak kalau dalam our tutorial, okay, skema tutorial, tutorial, soalan tutorial ada tengok tak ni? Okay, tadi cikgu bagi past years so I think we can see one tutorial question before we can stop our discussion. Okay, so this is another way of answering your class for the Kelvin cycle. Okay, where is the 7 marks? So this is the CAM. Later on, we're going to discuss that. Okay, this question ni, I think, oh in our tutorial, it doesn't mention about the. Okay, never mind. We can see the BAL. Okay, kita tengok sekejap our BAL and then we stop lah kelas Cikgu dah beli makanan, beli kat mana? Kafe semua buka ke?
Cafe sudah buka,
Cikgu
madam.
is still there? Yeah, okay. So most of the class you all dah face to face lah
Most of it.
Yeah, okay. Good. Good to hear that. Okay. Kita tengok sekejap satu soalan kalau ada lah. Kalau tak ada, then I think teacher akan try to share another question so that you can have the idea of it. Macam tak ada. Ni C3, C4, C4, C3, C4. Tak apalah cikgu, selamatlah cikgu. Okay. So thank you cikgu for being a good leader, okay, and be a presenter for your groups. I think our class will stop until here. So nanti cikgu akan share lah kalau ada another type of question nanti especially for the photo inspiration I will share with you. Okay class Okay, so cikgu, last word. Do you have anything you want to say?
I have something to say. Through this presentation, I know one thing. The enzyme If it gets more CO2 than oxygen, it will undergo Calvin cycle. And if it gets more oxygen than carbon dioxide, it will undergo photorespiration. That's a new thing that I learned from
Yeah.
today, madam. Thank you,
Very
madam.
good, cikgu. So that means you already, it means do you do that? That's why you realize that the issue of photorespiration, okay, for the C3 plants, it will. That's why kamu mention tadi, it will drain the products, especially during the second phase. Okay, the product during the second phase. Okay, cikgu, a very good discover, right? So I think that's all for today. Good take care of yourself, okay? Hoping we can meet lah, eh. Apa-apa pun, teacher will tell apa to share with you tomorrow, eh. What is my condition? Okay, if if I cannot make it, so there will be a relief lecturer, okay, that will take care of you. uh, Most probably she or he will continue the next topic, which is lesson G, chapter 7. Right, so cikgu ada hutang satu lagi lah, you all. Then tengok hari ni macam mana, I will update later. Okay class, so that's all. Thank you cikgu, have a nice day. We meet, nanti jangan lupa, next week your UPS 2, get ready, okay. Okay class, thank you. Assalamualaikum, bye.
Bye, madam. Salam.
Okay, thank you cikgu, salam, bye.